The strange girl in the woods. Eli was walking alone through the forest. The sun was going down and the trees were quiet. Birds had stopped singing. The air felt strange, like something was watching him. He was not afraid. Eli came here often. It was the only place where he could think. But today felt different. Suddenly, he heard a soft growl. He stopped. It didn't sound like any dog he had heard before. The growl was low, but not angry. It was confused, maybe hurt. Eli looked around. Hello? He called out. No answer. Then. From behind a tree, something moved. Slowly, carefully, Eli stepped closer. There she was, a girl, maybe his age, maybe younger, but not normal. Her skin was pale gray, almost silver in the moonlight. Her eyes glowed yellow. Her ears were pointed. Her arms had thin, soft fur, and her hands had claws. She was sitting on the ground, breathing fast. One of her legs was bleeding. Her clothes were torn. She looked like she had been running for a long time. Eli stared. She stared back. Then, without warning, she growled and stood up fast. Wait, Eli said, but it was too late. She jumped at him and bit his arm. Hard. Eli shouted in pain and pushed her back. Blood ran down his arm. But before he could stop himself, he bit her back. Right on the shoulder. She froze. Her glowing eyes went wide. For a moment, everything was silent. She touched the place where he bit her, then looked at him with shock. Her voice was rough and broken, but she spoke. You ... She said. Eli was breathing hard. What are you? The girl didn't answer. She took a step back, but her injured leg gave out, and she fell. Eli didn't run. He didn't scream. Instead, he stepped forward slowly and offered his hand. Are you okay? He asked. She looked at his hand, then at his face. Slowly, carefully, she took it. He helped her up. My name is Eli, he sighed. You need help. Come with me. She didn't speak for a moment. Then she said softly, Kari, he repeated. Okay, let's get you somewhere safe. She leaned on him as they walked. Her body was shaking, but she kept staring at him like she was confused or curious. After some time, they reached Eli's small cabin in the woods. It was quiet and warm inside. He helped her sit down on the couch. She looked around like she had never seen a place like this before. Eli brought a towel and water. Let me see your leg. Kari growled low. I'm not going to hurt you, he said gently. She relaxed a little. He cleaned her wound. It looked deep, like a claw had torn through it. What happened to you? Eli asked. I looked down. Hunted by others. I ran. Others like you? She nodded. Double quotes. Why did they hunt you? Kari looked at him again. Because I refused. I ran from the bond. Bond? She didn't explain. Instead, she asked, why did you bite me back? Eli shrugged. You bit me first. I just reacted. Kari leaned forward, her glowing eyes staring deep into his. No one ever bites back. Only alphas do that. Only leaders. Eli laughed a little. I'm not a leader. Kari didn't laugh. You are now. Eli didn't understand, but he could see that Kari was serious. Her breathing had slowed. She looked tired but calm now, like she felt safer. He brought her a blanket. She took it and wrapped herself up. Her eyes were already closing. Before falling asleep, she whispered, something strange. They will come for me. If they find me with you, they will kill you. Eli looked out the window. The forest was dark, silent. He had so many questions. Who was she? What was she running from? Why did she say he was an alpha? Now? Then, just as he was about to sit down, he heard it again. A howl. Not like a wolf. Not like anything he had ever heard before. A long, deep, alien sound. Coming from the trees. Eli looked at Kari. Her eyes were open again. They found me, she said Dot. Not just a girl. The sound echoed like a nightmare through the trees. Not a wolf. Not a dog. Dot. It was older, wilder, alien. Eli's heart pounded. The howl faded into silence, but something told him this was just the beginning. Inside the cabin, Carrie sat very still. Her glowing eyes stared at the door. Her claws slowly flexed, ready to fight. "They are close," she whispered. Eli locked the door, even though he knew it wouldn't help much. "Who are they?" he asked. "What do they want?" Carrie didn't look at him. She kept staring into the dark. "They are the trackers from my clan. They smell me. They hunt me." Eli turned to her. "You said if they find me with you, I die. Why?" Carrie finally looked into his eyes. "Because I broke the rule," she said. "I ran from my bond. I bit a human. And you bit me back." She pointed to the mark on her shoulder, the place where Eli had bitten her. "This mark means more than pain. It means ... connection. In my world, only bonded ones bite back. You are one now. You are mine." Eli took a step back. "Wait, what do you mean yours?" Carrie stood up slowly, leaning on the wall for balance. "My people believe in strength. Bite means claim. Bite back means challenge. You broke the order. They will see it as a threat." Eli felt cold. "I didn't mean to claim anything. I was just trying to survive." Carrie nodded. "But now you are part of this." Suddenly, the lights in the cabin flickered. Then darkness. A soft growl came from outside the window. Something brushed against the wall. Carrie moved closer to Eli. "They're testing us." Eli grabbed a flashlight. He turned it on and for a second, saw two yellow eyes staring through the window. Then they were gone. He whispered, "We need to hide." Carrie looked around. "No, not hide. We must stay close. If they separate us, they will take me, or kill you." Eli opened the trapdoor to the basement. "Come on, it's not much, but it's safer than staying here." Carrie hesitated. Then, nodded. They climbed down the old wooden steps. The basement was cold, filled with tools and storage boxes. Eli closed the trapdoor above them. They sat in silence for a while. Carrie's breathing slowed. Her body relaxed a little. Eli finally asked, "Where are you from?" She looked at the floor. "Far, a planet with red sky and blue trees. My clan rules the forests. But they wanted me to bond with someone I didn't choose. So I ran." Eli was quiet for a moment. Then he said, "So you were forced?" Carrie nodded. "It is our way. Bonding gives power, but I wanted to choose." She looked at him. "Then I found you. You didn't fear me. You bit back. You gave me choice." Eli didn't know what to say. Part of him still couldn't believe this was real. "Will they stop?" he asked. "If we run far enough?" Carrie shook her head. "They won't stop. Not until one of us is dead. Or until you prove your place." Eli raised an eyebrow. "Prove how?" Carrie looked serious. "You must show them you are alpha." Eli laughed. "I'm just a guy with a flashlight. How am I supposed to fight alien trackers?" Carrie stepped closer. Her voice became soft. "You are not just a man anymore." She touched his arm where she had bitten him. "Something changed. I can feel it. Inside you. You're stronger now." Eli didn't feel stronger. He felt like running. But just then, they heard the sound again, scratching right above them. Footsteps. Heavy. Slow. Sniffing the floor. Then silence. K-A-R. I moved beside Eli. Her claws ready. Suddenly bang. The trapdoor flew open. Light poured in and a shadow dropped down. It wasn't human. It had silver armor, long limbs and sharp teeth. Its nose twitched as it stared at Carrie. Then at Eli. It growled in a strange language, but Carrie understood. "It says you are not worthy." Eli raised the flashlight. "Yeah? Tell it to come find out." Carrie whispered, "Let me fight." Eli shook his head. No, I'll fight. And then, without thinking, he moved. Faster than he ever had before. He dodged the alien's first strike, almost. Like he knew it was coming. His reflexes were sharper. His body lighter, stronger. Kari's eyes widened. Eli, you're sent. It's changed. Eli pushed the alien back with a heavy blow. The creature growled and escaped through the basement. Eli stood still, breathing hard. What's happening to me? He asked. Kar, I answered in a soft voice. My bite did something to you. But your bite to me did something even greater. The hunt begins. It started with the smell of fire. Not smoke, not burning wood, but something sharp, metallic. Like wires melting. Eli woke up with his heart racing. The cabin above was too quiet. Too still. Kari stood near the basement door, eyes glowing in the dark. She wasn't breathing. She was listening. They're here, she said. Eli sat up, rubbing his head. The one from last night? Kari shook her head. No more, at least 3. Eli reached for the metal rod he used to block the trapdoor. He checked the flashlight. Low battery. Typical. Kari sniffed the air. They're not just searching anymore. They are hunting. She moved to the corner and began drawing a strange symbol in the dirt. It looked like a spiral with sharp points. What's that? Eli asked. A mark, she whispered. If they see it, they know I am protected. Protected by who? She looked up. You. Eli laughed nervously. Yeah, I'm not exactly a space warrior. Kari's eyes stayed serious. But you are the one who bit back. That means everything to them. Suddenly thud. Something landed on the roof above them. Then another. Footsteps. Eli single quotes as hands tightened around the rod. So what do we do now? Kari crouched low. We split up. No. You go north, through the trees. There's an old train tunnel. Hide there. And you? I'll lead them the other way. I know they're sent. I know how to confuse it. Eli paused. They'll kill you. She gave him a small, sharp smile. Not if they think I'm still bonded. Kari grabbed his hand quickly. Her claws brushed his skin, but gently this time. I need one thing, she said. What? Your blood, just a little. Eli didn't even ask why. He trusted her now. Somehow. He handed her a small blade from the toolkit. She made a small cut on his palm, then dipped 2 fingers into the blood. She smeared it across her throat in 2 lines. This will carry your scent, she explained. It will make them hesitate. She looked at him again. Go, now. He hesitated, then climbed the back wall and slipped out through a narrow vent. The night air hit his face like ice. The forest was still. Too still. Eli ran. Each step echoed in his ears. Every tree looked like a shadow waiting to move. Behind him, in the distance, he heard Kari's growl loud and wild. It bounced through the woods like thunder. Then came the response. 3 growls from 3 directions. The hunt had begun. Meanwhile, Kari stood her ground. She moved slowly, circling the cabin ruins like a wild animal. Her eyes never blinked. Her claws were ready. From the trees they came. One stepped out first. Tall, armored in gray skin. Its face was covered in bone plates. Its eyes shone red. Another crawled down from the trees above, its fingers like knives. The third moved so fast. It was almost a blur, stopping just 10 feet from her. Kari bared her teeth. He is not prey. The tallest one growled, low and guttural. You have shamed the clan, Kari growled back. I chose my bond. He is human, the second one hissed. He is Alpha, she said. They paused. For just a second, and that second was all she needed. Kari vanished into the trees, back with Eli. He reached the old train tunnel. It was dark and cold, filled with dust and silence. He crawled inside and waited, listening. His arms still stung. The place where Kari bit him had started to itch, burn, even glow faintly. What is happening to me? He whispered that he heard footsteps behind him, fast, silent. He turned, ready to strike, but it wasn't. Kari. It was one of them. An alien tracker. Alone. It sniffed the air, caught his scent. Growled. It jumped at him. Eli didn't think. He moved. So fast it surprised even him. His hand shot out, caught the alien by the throat, and slammed it into the wall. Its armor cracked. The alien tried to get up, but Eli growled, actually growled. The sound echoed through the tunnel, deep and powerful. Alien stopped moving. Eli stepped back, breathing heavy. His vision was sharper now. His hearing was stronger. His arms felt heavier, like his muscles had shifted somehow. He looked at his hand. His fingernails were longer. Sharper. What am I turning into? He asked the empty tunnel. Then he heard it, Kari's voice, weak and distant. Eli, run. The ground shook. More were coming. Awakening the human beast. The moon was high above the forest. But Eli didn't see it. He was running through the trees, his feet faster than they had ever been. His breathing was smooth, strong, almost like he had done this 1,000 times before. But he hadn't. Something inside him was changing. Not just strength. Not just speed. Instinct. He didn't need to look where he was going. His feet knew where to land. His ears could hear everything. Leaves moving, animals breathing, even the wind changing direction. But he wasn't running for power. He was running for Kari. Her voice still echoed in his head. Eli, run. She had stayed behind. Fought. The others. For him. And now he was going back. Far behind him, in the darkness of the old tunnel. The alien tracker he had slammed into the wall was still lying motionless, but its eyes opened again. It blinked once, then twice, and whispered in its native tongue, impossible. He smells like us, but stronger. Back in the forest, Eli stopped near a shallow stream. His chest was burning. He looked down at his reflection in the water. What he saw wasn't normal. His eyes were glowing faint gold. His skin looked tighter, tougher. His hands had short claws. His teeth had sharpened slightly. He touched his face. What am I becoming? He whispered. Suddenly, he collapsed. A sharp pain spread through his body like fire. His back arched. His muscles twitched. His bones shifted. Not breaking. Evolving. Visions flooded his mind. Kari's memories. He saw her homeworld. Giant red trees, silver skies, wild hunts, battles under moons. He saw her as a child, taught to obey, trained to serve, forced to bite only those chosen by the clan. He saw her biting him, and him biting her back. And then he saw something new, a mark glowing between them. A bond alive, glowing like fire. Then darkness. Eli woke up in the mud. His clothes were torn. His skin was hot. His hands trembled, but he stood. He felt different, more balanced, more focused, more animal. Suddenly he heard something, footsteps. Running, fast. Kari. She burst through the trees, limping, bleeding. Her fur was matted, her arm cut. She almost fell, but Eli caught her. You came back, she whispered. He nodded. So did you. She looked up into his eyes. Her own widened. You're changing, she said. I know. Your scent. It's not fully human anymore. Eli helped her sit near the stream. He cleaned her wound. Carefully, gently. I saw your world, he said. In my head, when I collapsed, Kari's eyes softened. The bond is complete. What does it mean? She looked down. It means you carry my blood now, my memory, my strength. But also, my curse. Eli frowned. What curse? Kari looked at the stars. Your body will keep changing. You will get stronger, faster, but if the balance breaks, you lose control, forever. Eli was quiet for a long moment. Finally he asked, how do I keep the balance? She smiled weakly. Stay human. Remember who you are. That's how. Suddenly, a loud growl came from behind them, the alien tracker. The one from the tunnel. It had followed Eli's scent. But this time, it didn't attack. It stared at Eli. It sniffed the air. Then tilted its head. You are something new, it said in a rough voice. Kari stood up. Back off. He is bonded. The alien growled. He is not bonded. He is beyond bond. He is hybrid. Eli stepped forward. I'm warning you, stay away from her. The alien looked between them. Then it knelt on one knee in silence. Kari gasped. Why is it bowing? The alien spoke softly. Because he carries the bite of power and the heart of mercy. He is Alpha. The bonded too. The forest had gone silent again. Not the calm kind of silence, the heavy kind, like the world was holding its breath. Kari sat on a rock near the stream. Her legs still bled, but she didn't notice. Her eyes stayed on Eli. You didn't just survive, she whispered. You changed. Eli didn't answer. He stood with his back to her, hands in the cold water, watching his reflection again. This time, he didn't flinch at what he saw. He accepted it, half human, half something else, but still. Him, I'm not scared anymore, he said. Kari gave a soft smile. Good, you'll need that. She pulled something from her belt. A small metal cube, shaped like a stone. What is that? Eli asked. A memory keeper, she said. From my world, she tapped it twice. A soft blue light floated above it, shapes, shadows, voices from another time. He saw a younger Kari running through metal halls, chased by armored guards. Her claws bleeding, her eyes wild with fear. She was me, Kari said softly. Before you, Eli sat beside her. What did they want from you? To use me, she said. They pick females to breed power into the next generation. Number. Choice. No bond. Just survival. She looked at him. But I chose you, he shook his head. I didn't do anything. You did everything, she replied. You bit back. You gave me a reason to fight again. Eli didn't know what to say. Instead, he held out his hand. Kari took it. That night they found an old cabin deep in the woods. Broken roof, cracked windows. But it gave them shelter. Eli lit a fire. Kari showed him how to burn herbs that masked their scent. It smelled sharp, like pepper and ash. They sat close. Not for warmth, but for connection. I've been thinking. Eli said, we can't keep running. Kari nodded. We won't. Then what do we do? Kari turned her head toward the fire. We prepare. We train. You learn to control the beast inside. And I teach you what it means to be bonded. What does it mean? Kari placed 2 fingers on his chest. It means your pain is mine. Your fear is mine. Your future is ours. The next days were a blur. Kari trained him like the warriors of her world. They moved through trees without sound. They fought blindfolded. Listening to heartbeats. Eli learned to feel everything. The shift in wind, the tremble of leaves, the beat of another soul. Nearby. And slowly, the change in his body became a gift, not a burden. He was still human. But now, more. One night while resting, Kari stood by the edge of the clearing. The stars above were brighter than ever. She whispered in her own language old words, full of sorrow and strength. Eli joined her. What are you saying? He asked. A goodbye, she said. To what? To who I used to be. Eli looked at her. You don't have to say goodbye. She's still in you. Kari smiled, but her eyes glistened. Maybe, but now. There is something else too. She looked at him. You. Before Eli could reply, the fire behind them suddenly flared green and violent. Kari turned sharply. That's a signal, she said. A warp gate just opened. A what? A ship. Big one. Near Earth's edge. Eli's stomach dropped. Who would come now? Kari's face went pale. she whispered. My father. Far above the planet, hidden behind Earth's moon, a massive alien warship appeared. Its shape was like a black crescent, glowing with dark red lines. Inside at the center stood a tall figure, wearing a cloak made of bone, eyes glowing deep red. Voice like thunder, the general. He watched Kari's image on a floating screen. She disobeyed, he said. She broke the bond. She chose a human. Another alien beside him asked, what do we do? The general's lips curled into a cruel smile. We take the planet. Earth versus the alien general. It started with lights in the sky. People thought they were stars, until they began to move, not falling, not flying. Forming. Hundreds of tiny red lights blinking in perfect lines. Above cities, oceans, mountains. And then came the sound, a deep hum, like the sky itself was groaning. All around the world, people stepped outside and looked up. And the question on every mouth was the same. Is this the end? In a military base deep underground, alarms were screaming. Screens lit up one by one. Unidentified object. Massive, orbital position. Not human-made. Where did it come from? An officer shouted. Nowhere, someone answered. It just appeared. They patched the feed to the United Nations within minutes. A voice came through the signal. It was low, sharp and cold. It wasn't human. This planet has stolen what belongs to us, the voice said. Return the girl, or your skies will burn. The room fell silent. One general whispered, who the hell is the girl? Far away, hidden in the forest, Eli and Kari stood beside the fire. They already knew. Kari's face was pale, her body still, but her eyes full of storm. My father, she said. He's here. Eli didn't ask how she knew. He could feel it too. The sky felt heavier, like gravity had changed. They'll search the whole earth for you now, Eli said. You think they'll stop if I surrender you? Kari didn't answer. She stared at the fire, her voice soft. He doesn't want to take me back. He wants to make an example. To show the others no one breaks the bond. Eli paced, breathing hard. We can't fight a warship. No, Kari said. But we can give Earth a reason to fight with us. They recorded a message. Simple, honest, full of truth. Kari spoke first. My name is Kari of Clan Virex. I am not here to conquer your world. I ran from mine. I chose freedom. Eli continued. I am human. I was bitten, changed, but not broken. She protected me. I protected her, and now we stand together. Kari finished. If you let them take me, you are next. They sent the message to every world leader, every public channel. It spread like fire. People watched. And something strange happened. They believed them. For the first time, Earth realized the aliens weren't just here. They were already at the door. And Earth wasn't ready. At the alien ship. The general watched the message in silence. She speaks like a leader. His second in command said. She is not, the general replied. She is a mistake. He turned and pressed his hand to a control panel. Prepare the fire gates, he said. Wipe their sky clean. But even as his soldiers obeyed, a screen lit up behind him, a human face. Earth's defense leader. We know who you are, the voice said. We know what you want. But the girl is under Earth's protection now. The general narrowed his glowing red eyes. Protection? The human replied. You may have power, but we have something you don't. What? A reason to fight. Back on Earth, Kari helped Eli adjust a new device strapped to his back. A gift from Earth's scientists designed in hours after decoding alien tech from the message. It may not last long, Kari warned. But it will help you reach the ship. Eli nodded. Good, because we're not hiding anymore. He looked at her. I'm going up there. To him, Kari stepped close. You'll die alone. That's why you're coming with me. Her eyes widened. You sure? He took her hand. We started this together. We finish it the same way. A few hours later, two small figures rose into the sky. One man, part human, part something else. One alien girl, fierce and free. Side by side. As the warship filled the sky. Bite of the Alpha. There was no sky anymore. Only the ship. Dark, endless, like a floating mountain of metal, hanging above Earth. And rising toward it. Two small figures. Eli and Kari. Not soldiers. Not invaders. Just two lives bound by a bite. And a choice. As they neared the underbelly of the alien warship, lights blinked to life. Turrets turned. Scanners locked. Kari shouted over the wind. They know we're coming. Eli just clenched his fists. Let them. A blast came, bright, white, and hot, but the shield on Eli's back flared blue and absorbed it. The device Earth gave him already weakening. Kari growled. We don't have much time. They landed hard on the ship's outer deck, instantly surrounded by guards, tall, armored, teeth bared, but they didn't attack. They stepped aside. Doorway opened. He was waiting. The inside of the ship was cold and silent. At the center stood the general. Tall, draped in bone armor, skin like black steel. His glowing red eyes locked onto Eli. Kar, I stepped in front. It's over. Let Earth go. The general's voice was calm. Too calm. You speak like you matter. Eli stepped beside her. She does. And so do I. The general stared at him. You carry my bloodline's mark, human, but you are not one of us. Eli's hands tightened. His claws showed. I don't need to be one of you, he said. I'm something new. The general smiled. Then show me. Challenge me. Like the old ways. Kari's breath caught. He wants you to fight, she whispered. If you lose, I go back. Earth falls. If you win, I become Alpha, Eli said. The general removed his cloak. Underneath, he was a weapon, claws like blades, scars across his chest. He smiled darkly. Bite me, human, if you dare. The fight began. No music. No words. Just motion. Fury. Power. The general struck first, fast, brutal. Eli blocked, ducked, countered. Their claws clashed like steel. Each move felt ancient, ritualistic, more than a fight, a ceremony. Kari watched, eyes wide. Every rule of her world breaking in front of her. Eli bled, but didn't stop. He moved. Like he had trained his whole life. But he hadn't. It was the bond, the instincts, the awakening. Then the general landed a crushing blow to Eli's ribs. Eli hit the floor hard. Breath gone. The general stood over him. You were never meant to survive. Eli looked up, smiling weakly. No, I was meant to finish what you started. He grabbed the general's wrist and bit down. Hard. Right into the bone. The general froze. Not in pain. In shock. Because something passed between them. Not weakness. Not infection. But dominance. The ship itself seemed to react. Lights flickered. The walls groaned. The general took a step back. He dropped to one knee, then lowered his head. Kari gasped. It worked. She whispered, You are Alpha now. Moments later, the ship's weapons shut down. The sky over Earth cleared. Across every screen, every channel, the warship broadcast one final image. Eli and Kari standing side by side, victorious, alive. Changed. Back on Earth, the world slowly exhaled. People stepped out of shelters. Children looked up at a peaceful sky. And in the quiet forests, birds sang again. Eli and Kari stood on a hilltop, watching the stars. They'll come back one day. Kari said, More clans, more power. Eli nodded. Then we'll be ready. She looked at him. You changed everything, Eli. He smiled. No, we did. She stepped closer. No more running? He shook his head. No more running. And as the stars above blinked like ancient eyes, two beings once strangers, now bonded, walked into the night. Not prey. Not monsters. Leaders.